Play some use Pac-Man. Dang it. Alright, I'm gonna cheat. That wasn't good. Oh, come on. Really? Oh, you turd. This is just pissing me off now. Really? Stupid joystick's messing up. It needs charged. I'll probably have to change my joysticks. Probably. Because this does need charging. Oh, come on! Yeah, I need to recharge these joysticks. It's or my controller. It's acting all crazy. Ah! Damn it. Yeah. Really? Yeah, this joystick is, or my controller is low. I know that. So it's been acting a little goofy. Ah, come on. That was my fault. Really nice job when my controller keeps screwing up. Yeah, I like that. Because there's a delay in this game as well. A huge one. Like that. Which causes me to get pissed. A lot of these games like this have huge delayed reactions. You cannot play them the way they're meant to be played. unfortunately, because it's old school and these are not meant for this kind of stuff. Like that kind of shit. I pressed my other way 3 times. Should have done it, and it never did. Like I said, it's just the delay in this game is horribly bad. It's a great classic, don't get me wrong, and I like to play it, but the delay feature in this game is just so bad, it's not even funny. Like that. I push my thing, and that. It's, I don't know, I don't have full charge on this controller, I know that, but it shouldn't be acting that bad. That goofy. But it is. It's acting really, really slow. But that's alright. Like I said, I do like playing this game. It is a good classic game. Oh, I didn't see him go in. I press up and it basically does that. It went back the other direction. For no reason. Oh man. The delay in this game is something fierce. Either that or this controller is bad. Which doesn't surprise me. PS4 needs to work on their hardware when it comes to their controllers. They suck. I've gone through more controllers than I can tell you. I can freaking count on my hands. PS4 controllers are the worst controllers I've ever used, period, hands down. Especially with certain games, because there's such a problem with battery life is terrible. The actual playability on them is terrible. I really don't like the PS4 controllers. They're junk. It seems like every 6 months I have to change a controller because it just starts acting stupid and retarded for no reason. And that's annoying when you spend $64 on a controller that basically should be good, but it's not. That's why when I bought the Astro C40, Even though, yes, that's $200 controller. It's okay. It's not a bad controller that I can say so far. It's a little big and bulky in the hands. If you have small hands, you won't like it. And I'm not going to lie about it. You're going to need a computer to deal with that controller for the settings. But all in all, the C40 isn't terrible. You can do different layouts with the stick positioning, whatnot. Ooh, I shouldn't have done that. But the C40 is not a bad controller. You've got the buttons on the bottom as well that you can deal with. You know, if you like shooting games, you know, it's good for that. You can map out your buttons. It's not a controller that if you drop one time, it breaks. Like the Scuff. The Scuff Advantage and all those there had some really bad issues. You know, again, you're spending a buttload of money on some of these controllers, and they're, you know, by far, they could do a lot better with them. I don't know why on earth I've had the problems I've had with the regular controllers with PS4. There's no reason for it, other than the fact that it's oh man, I thought I was going to get through that, but oh well. But as a whole, I would say there's a couple of things. I mean, honestly, if you can deal with the PS4 controllers as a whole, you're better off doing that. Don't go buying a $200 Pro controller unless you're really going to use it, really. There's no sense in that, because that is basically, you're gonna waste your money, you know. But if you're playing a lot of like first shooters, stuff like that, dang it. They said this delay in this stick is bad. But, again, you know, if you can't afford $200 for a Pro controller with the paddles or the mods or anything, the best thing I would recommend personally is the $40 mod pack. It's not bad. Now, the PS button is coming out very shortly. Again, it's going to be like $30 for it, US dollars for it. It is going to be wireless, does exactly what the mod pack does. You can look it up on YouTube. I do not know if they're going to make it PS5 compatible. That is a question that I know has basically been a rise in some of the gaming community. Is it going to be compatible or not? That is a good question. I don't know, because PS5s are going to have, from what I believe, a different type of controller in general. So, dang it, making stupid mistakes. So it may not be compatible. I don't know why it wouldn't be, as long as it fits in the jack ports and supports. It should work. Hard to say. That's really hard to say. I hope it is. Only time will tell, really, if it will be or won't be. But as a whole, like I said, you know, controllers are a dime a dozen nowadays. I mean, you can buy a controller, it'll, that was my fault. Shouldn't have done that. And it may be great, and then you may buy another controller, the same controller, and it'll be terrible. Sometimes you get a bad batch. That's not anybody's fault. That's more of a manufacturer problem. It doesn't happen as often as you probably would think, but believe it or not, it does happen. That was a delay problem right there. I pressed the button up and it did not go up. And it should have. But again, I mean, everything's different. I mean, if you, like I said, if you play games in high definition versus a PC, you know, that's going to be a different thing. You know, some people just like playing on a PC versus the PS4. You know, everybody's different, everybody has their preferences, and that's great. See, that's a delay problem right there I was having. It almost got me again. It's going to get me here. Maybe not, that's surprising. I actually surprised I cleared that. One more. Again, that was a delay. I went to the side. Didn't go, it just went down. Went up, wouldn't go up. Like I said, this game does have some huge glitches. It's alright though. It doesn't bother me so much anymore as it used to. I just learned to kind of deal with them. Like I said, that went down for no reason. I didn't press the button at all to go, or move the stick to go down at all. It just did. For no reason. That was interesting. Like that. That should have just caught him, and didn't. I don't know why. It does some goofy stuff. like that. The delay shouldn't have, again, another delay. I can point out the delays all day long on this game. Now that was cool. But again, you know, it is what it is. You know, when you take an older game like this or Pac-Man or any of the old 80s types games, you're mixing the old type of technology with the new. It doesn't always work. In fact, 9 times out of 10 it works very poorly when it does work. Oh, that was my fault. But, like I said, it happens. You know, you can't really complain too much about it. It's not going to do any good. Aw, shit. That could have been bad. There you go, bitches. I went back and it didn't do it. Should have timed that better. Oh, I went right through it. Did you see that? Went right through and robbed me. That's crazy. That should have definitely been had, and it robbed me. The hell? Got me. Oh. You robbed me there, too. That's alright. Word to the wise. Another issue with PS4. And it works, but it doesn't work. Sort of works, but doesn't really work well. If you use any dongles to expand your ports, your USB ports. They will work on certain games, but not most. So, like, let's just say that was a delay. That was a delay too. Bitch. I'm using one right now currently just for my headset. It will work with, like, say, if you use your headset and you want to expand your port and you need something like the mod pack, it'll work for that as long as you have your wire connected into that jack port. However, VR, it does not. It will not. It comes up, but it doesn't recognize the controller. It pops, it crackles. I don't know why, but it does. So, that's another thing that kind of experimenting with, learning the hard way. But, you know, again, I didn't spend a lot of money on the thing to get the expansion ports at all, which was great. You know, I only spent like $4 for it. Not really a killer in price range, you know. And let's just say you have something you want to use it with, something else you want to use it with, you can, such as a laptop or whatever, you know. What the hell? Really, dude? Like I said, this is screwy. This game is really screwy when it comes to this stuff. Should have done that better. So it won't work with VR as far as that goes at all. It's kind of an unfortunate, let's just say, there was a delay and a half from hell. I don't know why it won't support. You would think these, you know, it goes into the jack port. It's USB, it should support it. It doesn't. Kind of strange that it doesn't. You know, any of the expansion things, it probably wouldn't even work, let's say, if you have an external hard drive like what I have. So, another word of caution, if you have an external hard drive and you want to try it, went right through and screwed me around there too. Like I said, this game's really screwy. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like I said, don't think that it's gonna be. I like how I'm pressing where I need to press, and it's not. It's not even remotely doing anything. It's doing the exact opposite for some stupid reason. But, yeah, if you have an external hard drive or anything like that, it probably wouldn't recognize it, and it could screw it up. So, again, it's on you if you want to try and experiment with it and get in, you know, I wouldn't recommend that. I wish PS4 would have had more USB ports. I really do. It probably would have been better, you know, for things. Don't get me wrong, I think it would have been awesome. Unfortunately, the console does not have but only 2 jack supports. And if you're using an external hard drive, it's going to use that. if you're using anything other than, like, you want your VR, you can unplug the VR, and not use that if you want to use something else, instead for that time being, and then plug it back in. But, it's kind of a bit of a hassle. Let's just say you want to use your mod pack, and you want to go in the, it would have been great to use a mod pack like that. But I'm thinking, with this new mod pack being wireless, that might solve a bit of the problem. There's a delay right there. I went back and it didn't recognize. That's a bit of an issue. If, let's just say the new mod pack for using the buttons on the bottom, if you can't use it in VR, regardless of being wireless, that's not going to be good. That's going to suck, because let's just say you want to map certain buttons out in a VR game, such as, like, in-depth VR, the first-person shooter, if you're using your controller, because your L2 and R2 are what you use mainly for, like, firing and getting around in that game. I'm dead. Oh, I'm not. Yeah, I am. So that's kind of an issue. If it doesn't work, and let's say you get this, and you map it out, and that's what you have mapped out to it, and it doesn't work, it's going to be frustrating. So again, we'll just have to wait and see if that's the case, because it hasn't been released yet, so. Anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to pop in, maybe some Mortal Kombat 11. So I'll be back in just a minute. Peace.